Okay, so today we're finally going to be doing the review on the iron sights that were sent to me about a month ago by a company called Feyachi. I've had them on my 8.5-inch AR pistol, and I also have one of their red dot sights. I believe it's the RS-29, which I didn't want to put anything too expensive or anything because I have a really bad habit of breaking sights. I don't know how, something always happens. I put it in a car or a truck and I end up crushing them. So, yeah. But for a $40 sight, surprisingly, I have crushed it already once, dropped it, the sight, not the actual firearm, and it's held up. I have no problems keeping with it keeping zero or anything like that. The adjustment is pretty easy, and none of these set screws come loose. And battery life, it's still in its first battery, so that's not too bad. And once again, I had those iron sights on this. I went ahead and took them off and put them back in the box just so I can go ahead and show you all how they arrive, when they arrive. So, this is the box they come in. Right off the bat, it's nothing too fancy. And it'll tell you, made in China. Now, personally, I do not care where things are made as long as they hold up and they do what they're supposed to do. And these have shown me that they're durable. And they're actually pretty easy to adjust, very easy to install. When you open the box, you're going to get your two sights. They actually come in a little Ziploc bag, in their own individual Ziploc bag. And I lost those. So I just went ahead and put them back in here. So it's going to look just about like this, only in a little Ziploc bag. And they're even nice enough to send you an Allen key so you can install. Now, these are made out of what feels like aluminum. Very easy to install. Once again, it's just a little hex bolt. Now, what some people might complain about is this little button right here. You would assume that you're going to press it and these are going to flip up. These are not spring loaded. So when you put them on the firearm, you're going to, when it's time to use them, you actually have to push it up and it locks in place. Very secure and everything, but some people may not like that. But for 30 bucks, it's not bad. Durable sights, easy to adjust, and it doesn't take much effort. It's honestly not that bad. What I really did appreciate were these little dashes or little marks so that you can remember where you set it in case you're, for some reason, moving it in between firearms. Now, the front is the same. Push it up, and when it's time, this button is actually for when it comes time to fold them back down. You simply press it and they fold back down. And they actually don't fold out on their own. I don't have any problems with that. And what I do like about them not being spring loaded is if I accidentally bump this little button, they're not going to deploy. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and install these on the firearm so you can go ahead and see how easy it is. So, and I forgot to mention, yes, this firearm is unloaded, it's safety checked, the bolt is open. So let's go ahead and install these. Now we're going to go ahead and take this little Allen key, obviously take this bolt, run this bolt out, see if we ran it out far enough. Go ahead and set that right there. Let's flip this over. Okay, so that's set. Let's go ahead and tighten these down. Now, the only part I would say to be careful with is because of the fact that they are aluminum, don't go over torquing these because you will probably pull the threads out. So, yeah, not a very good idea to be doing that. Go and torque it down more than you really have to. But I guess that's just with about anything. So then, let's go ahead and put this one right here. It's where it had been before, so. There we go. We can run it into our fingers. Just go ahead and tighten that down. It obviously comes with no kind of torque spec or anything like that, but I mean, it's common sense. Just don't go torquing it down way too much. So what's awesome about these is, at least with this red dot sight, their red dot sight, it co-witnesses perfectly. And right there you can see exactly how you have to deploy it or deploy them. Then you just go ahead and click the button, set them down, no big deal. Now these on this AR pistol have already been zeroed. I went ahead and bore sighted them at first just to make sure that all my shots were on target the first time. And at, what was it, 25 yards, they hit their mark, very accurate. I have no problems with them moving around every time I deploy them, losing zero or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't expect to have problems with them. So, all in all, they are good sights. I've had them on here for about a month, and this is a little ranch gun because I'm out and about working on fence lines and stuff like that. Didn't want to carry anything too big with me. And they bump into everything. Sometimes I have them on a sling. They'll bump into the actual fence, into a T-post, a 2x4. That's exactly why I break sights, because I don't pay attention, and sometimes they'll hit an actual T-post and the glass will break or something. So far, like I said, this one's been crushed, and you can see some of it right there. So all in all, my experience with their products are that they are very, very reasonably priced. I have absolutely no problems with them. They're durable, and their customer service is great. If for some case, or in some instance, you have problems with one of their products, it takes them, what, about a day to reach out to you. And in most cases, they'll even send you a brand new product and not require you to send the old one back out. So, for what you pay, I believe you get a lot more than what you pay. Just for the customer service alone, I believe they could price their products a lot higher. But, hey, if they keep their prices low, I guess that's good for everybody. The rear sight does come with the two different apertures. It's the smaller one, and flip it down and you got the bigger one. And the adjustment is actually really nice. You have very audible and tactile clicks. The front is a little different. I do have an A2 front sight tool, and it did not work due to the little locking pin being on the side, not in the back. And the actual little cuts on the side are a little smaller than most. But all I did was take an even smaller Allen key, run it in there, and just turned it on my own. It's not hard. And they look nice. They feel great. They're durable. What more can I say? They were nice enough to send them out to me. I told them I would do a review. And from the very first time that I put them on the AR, I loved them. They look great, feel great once again. and I was actually very surprised when I took them out to the range. Now, I've taken them both to an indoor range and my ranch. Haven't had a single problem. I zeroed the rifle at the indoor range. Okay, I should say I bore sighted the gun. Here at home I have enough space to bore sight, so I went ahead and bore sighted it, and then took it out to the indoor range, and right there started shooting at a target 10 yards from me, and did the 10 yard zero, or 10 yard target but setting a 50 yard zero. Then when I went out to the ranch and had enough space, I went ahead and rechecked that 50 yard zero. They were dead on. I did not have to do any more adjustment. So once again, great product, great company, and yeah, they sent me they sent me one other thing, but that'll go ahead and review in another video. The actual AR that this AR that I put together, 3 months ago, been meaning to do a review on it, still haven't done it. We'll do it in the coming weeks. So, thank you.